how to maximize the chances of winning the deal, what to do to understand the process of decision making better. In today's video, I'm going to tell you a little more about the decision making process in B2B sales. I'm going to introduce a term of decision making unit. I'm going to tell you about the tips, tricks, and things that I have used in the past to successfully close multi-million-dollar deals. And I'm going to tell you about the tools that you can leverage and use in order to maximize your chances and improve the existing processes to close more deals and make more money. So let's jump right into the topic. Let me start by underlining how important the decision-making process actually is. If you are in B2B and if you've ever been engaged in B2B conversations, sales, and processes, then you know that there is quite a bit of a complexity here in comparison to B2C. It's not just clicking a button, it's getting to know each other, it's having a sympathy for one another, it's having the credibility in customers' eyes, it's about having a trust in a potential vendor or an employer of sorts. And this is very complex, this might take a lot of time, and the decision-making process is affected by many different things. In my opinion, if you know who is actually making the decision, if you know how to approach these people, how to learn more about their organization and about the things that might affect the decision that they are going to make, you can maximize or at least significantly increase your chances of winning them over. This can also give you a significant advantage over your competition. Additionally, I really believe that taking additional time and investing this additional time in a particular process can save you a great deal of time and great deal of money later on. Because the better you are prepared, the more information you gather about your potential customer and the more you learn about their business, their processes, about the environment that they are operating in, the better understanding you have. And if your potential customer has a feeling that you understand them, then you probably already won. As promised, let me introduce the term of DMU, so a decision-making unit. Decision-making unit is something that every business operates within. So it's a group of individuals that have a say or are making actual decision about the purchase of a particular item, product, or service. Understanding the structure of a DMU might be crucial in pinpointing this one particular person or a couple of people that are making the final decision. There are a couple of roles that you can find in DMU. So the first group of people are users. So these are the ones that will actually be using your product or service on a daily basis. And while most of the times they are not making any final decisions, they might affect the decision-making process somehow. So their opinion might matter or most likely will matter when making a purchase decision. Another group of individuals are influencers. So these people will most likely affect the decision-making process because their role within the organization is crucial in the context of your product or service. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are selling a software for managing HR processes. So the recruiters, so the people that are out there in the front and will be using this product on a daily basis, will probably come under the users group. But influencers will probably be their managers, so managers of various units in HR that will use the reporting tool, that will be interested in setting up some workflows, that will be interested in setting up some automations and so on and so forth. So the users might affect the influencers by giving their opinion, but the influencers will be the ones that will have more to say in a decision-making process. Another group are buyers. The truth is that they might not even be directly involved in making a decision, but they will negotiate the pricing, they will negotiate the payment terms, they will negotiate with you various conditions of a particular deal, but they might not be the ultimate decision makers. Deciders are the people that should have the most of your interests. So they will have the final say in the decision-making process. They will give the green light for the deal, or they will stop the whole thing. And watch out, this might get tricky because these people might not even be involved in the first initial stages of contact. Who knows? They might not even be present throughout the whole thing. Especially in bigger organizations, they will just gather the information from various parties involved, analyze it, and make the final decision based on that. But just keep in mind that they are not always as visible as you would like them to be. And the last group are gatekeepers, and they are often being overlooked, but they are super important and very crucial in some of the deals that, for example, I was involved in. They will control the access to information to certain individuals or even to the parts of the decision-making unit. They might be assistants of department heads, they might be secretaries, administrative assistants of sorts, and so on and so forth. Although they might not be as visible, they will at times be very important in the grand schema of things. So just be aware of their possible existence. And I hope that this didn't sound very corporate to you, because there is a chance that it might. Just remember that even if you are engaged in a B2B sales process in a smaller organization, so even a company that has a headcount of 30, 40, 50 people, there is a chance that there are not individual groups that are responsible for certain actions, or even individual people that are responsible for each and every one of these roles. But you will notice, if you look closely, that there is one role in one individual. So even if you are engaged in talks with decision-making unit that has two people, so two owners of the business, and you speak to them directly, if you look closely, you will notice that probably one of them is the one that has the final say in a particular matter. The other one might be the user and influencer in the whole thing, or maybe the one is a gatekeeper and the other person is, for example, the decider. So if you look closely through the lenses, let's say, of the DMU perspective, you will be able to notice those details. And if you notice them, note them down and remember about these responsibilities and things as you go in the sales process, as you engage with those people. This will affect the whole thing in a way that you will be able to tailor messaging, in particular information that you give to a certain person or persons, and therefore you will be able to increase your chances gradually. You will serve them the information that they're interested in. You will communicate in a way that will resonate with a particular person. Before we move further, just remember to hit subscribe if you are finding this video interesting, and let me know in the comment section in case you have any questions about decision-making unit or anything when it comes to B2B sales or marketing. Identifying decision makers can be crucial, and this will not always happen on the first call, and most likely it will not happen on the first call and first engagement. But it would be good for you to strengthen your ability to understand the organization that you are engaging. If you have a LinkedIn profile, go and look for those people on LinkedIn. Check out what they are posting, what kind of content they are engaging with, and also connect with them. Because if you will connect with them, and the process and sales processes in B2B sometimes last a month, sometimes 2 months, and sometimes even half a year, they will be able to see what you are posting, what you are interested in, what is the level of your engagement in a particular community or a topic. So therefore, you can provide yourself with a booster of credibility throughout the sales process. Also, don't hesitate and remember to visit company website. You can find a ton of information about the whole organization, about the challenges that they are involved in. Sometimes you will find information about, for example, grants that they have recently received, and that might work into your advantage. Check out the latest articles, check out the news feed, check out the company's social media to get a better understanding of the context. If you are taking your research seriously, then you should probably also consider to use tools like Apollo that can provide you with dozens of information about a particular organization, that can provide you with direct links to people's LinkedIn accounts and so on. The tool is really good for prospecting. If you want to check it out, it's free to use in a basic plan, so I definitely think it's worth it. The next set of tips that I have for you is to always come prepared. When you are first engaging with a particular company, make sure that you are making the best first impression possible. So instead of just responding randomly to an email, check out those information that I have just mentioned. Find out more about the business, about the people that are involved in business, and try to craft your message or try to be prepared for the first call in a way that you would like someone to be prepared for a conversation with you. And in my experience, whenever I have done my homework and I have prepared myself for a sales conversation, I knew what I'm going to talk about with a particular company. I have already researched about the problems that a certain industry is facing. This was always more of a smooth talk. And I was almost always able to create an impression that I'm engaged, interested, and I'm confident and professional. And if you can do this, then there is probably a significant chance that you are going to outpace your competition in this run. Another tip that I have for you is to engage also with people on the lower level. If there is an assistant present on a call, like I have explained in the decision-making unit part, there is a chance that he or she are gatekeepers, so you should keep that in mind just in case. And also, if you engage with these people, there is a chance that they will affect the decision in a way that you are not able to, just because they are on a daily basis with a CEO or CFO. And if you will make a personal connection with these people, build conversations with them, either through social media or via email, they will then communicate that intentionally or unintentionally, directly or indirectly, to the deciders within the organization. And this can make miracles for your sales process. Trust me, I have used this in the past multiple times. And always, if there is an administrative assistant that likes you, if there is a secretary that has this sort of personal connection to you because you both like dogs, or you both in the football, basketball, or anything else, there is a significant chance that if this person likes you, they will lobby in your way when it comes to choosing your company over other company. Another tip that I have for you is the effective communication. Make sure that you are prepared in a way that you have a list of questions that might be relevant to what you have received in the inquiry. What were the things that the organization listed? What are their expectations? And also make sure to have the questions that they will answer on a first call that will help you craft the proposal and the offer that will be tailored to their needs in the context of your solution, service, or product. Look for cues in those conversations. What are the problems that they are mentioning? Try to go deeper in the conversation when it comes to problems, challenges. Is there anything else that you would like to tell me about? What are the biggest pain points when it comes to process XYZ? Who is the person that I might talk about this or that? These are the questions that show your interest, but at the same time help you understand the environment better. And in my opinion, in B2B, this is very important to gain understanding and to tailor everything to your customers' needs. And remember that throughout the process, you should also observe and watch for the information on social media. So one of the tasks in your CRM, apart from, of course, following up with a prospect, it should probably be to check on their social media accounts to see what have they posted on their LinkedIns and so on and so forth. And also your engagement in that way will be treated as positive. At least in most of the cases that I was engaged with, it was positive. So visiting person LinkedIn profile is going to be visible for them. And seeing or reacting to their updates will probably not hurt the whole process. So moving to the last part of the whole thing, tools. Like I promised at the beginning, I'm going to tell you a little more about the tools that I think are useful. In my opinion, there is a range of things that you can do, but it all comes down to doing those things, right? Of course, your CRM should come in handy when it comes to adding all of the people at the very beginning of the sales process. And as the new people might appear throughout the process, like new roles, new board members, maybe new deciders, influencers, or users, you should also add them gradually, connect with them on LinkedIn, and also create notes about them within the CRM in order to have a better understanding of the whole organization in general and of the process that you are about to address your solution to. You might also consider using tools that will provide you with some additional layer of analytics if you feel that you are more advanced. And leveraging Apollo alongside with, for example, LinkedIn Sales Navigator in the process of finding out who the decision maker is that was, for example, not yet introduced to you, and dropping them an invitation and dropping them a message saying that, hi, I'm engaged with John and Joanne from HR department in choosing the solution for your organization. I saw that you are here on LinkedIn and I was wondering if there is maybe anything that from your perspective might be important in the whole process. And of course, you might not get an answer. You might get a response that this is not my area of responsibility. That's cool. But there is a small chance that you will get an additional piece of information and you will score additional points. And this might, like I said, help you a great deal. One additional thing that you can introduce if your CRM does not have it is to introduce a proposal software like Better Proposals or Proposify that can provide you with an extra layer of analytics when it comes to interest in your proposals. So if someone opens your proposal, you'll be able to see if this person is actually reading through the whole thing, only the part of something, or how much time each person spent on each section of the proposal. This can also provide you with a great deal of context that might be then later on leveraged or used throughout the negotiation. You might be better prepared for a negotiation phase if you will notice that the biggest amount of time that people are spending is on the pricing section of the proposal. And last but not least, one of the tools that I think might be very interesting for you is the website monitoring tool like Albacross or any other alternative to this one that can tell you if there are actually visits from this particular business on your company website. And this will not provide you with any detailed information about who, but you will know that, for example, regularly people are visiting a certain section of your website, like case studies or the feature side of the product and so on and so forth. And this can also be a leverage in building more robust and more complex, more tailored conversations with the members of the organization throughout the sales process. And just to wrap it all up, remember that identifying decision-making unit and decision-making people within your organization is both art and science. So you should on one hand, go with your hunch. I think it's a very important element of being successful in B2B sales, but at the same time, I recommend to leverage what you have access to. So internet, LinkedIn, articles, news feeds, industry reports, everything can give you more knowledge about the problems, challenges, and actual expectations of your potential customer. Let me know what are your experiences with decision-making units in general. What have you experienced in the past? Maybe you have some anecdotes that you would like to share with me. Please do this in the comment section below. If you found this video interesting, make sure to subscribe to our channel to get more info about B2B sales and marketing in general. Have a great day ahead and thanks for watching.